Hello there! Welcome back to the channel. Let's discuss grief shaming and how it can cause more harm than good. Grief shaming is when someone is criticized or judged for how they grieve. It can take many forms, comments like, "It's time to move on," or "Why aren't you crying more? Why are you crying at all? You guys were not even together." It's the idea that there's a right or wrong way to mourn. But here's the truth. There might be a right and a wrong way to love somebody, as the song goes, but there is no correct way to grieve. Grief is only done wrong when it's not done at all. Grief is deeply personal, and everyone processes it differently, and those are the facts. Grief shaming adds an extra layer of pain to an already overwhelming experience. When someone is made to feel like they're grieving wrong, it can lead to feelings of guilt, shame, and self-doubt. The grieving person might start to question themselves, "Am I doing this all wrong? Should I be feeling something different?" This type of judgment can prevent them from fully processing their grief, delaying healing, and amplifying their emotional turmoil. This situation is happening right now in real life. You remember the Braxtons? Well, they have returned to WeTV 2 years after the death of their sister, Tracy Braxton. Since their return, Trina Braxton has had social media buzzing after revealing how her current husband, Von Scales, felt about the direction of her grief path of her ex-husband, Gabe Solis. Gabe passed away in December 2018. Her grief path with Gabe became a point of tension and the reason behind a lot of arguments in their relationship. She found herself trying to explain her grief. This is exactly what grief shaming is. On their YouTube show, Clips and Cocktails, he made his feelings very clear. He compared her grief path with Gabe as equal to her grief path with her sister Tracy, who passed away in March 2022. We aren't here to speculate about their marriage, nor are we questioning his motives. We are just shining a light on grief shaming, and right now he's shining bright. But you know what? This situation highlights a common struggle. Grief is complex, and the relationships we had with those who've passed away don't always fit neatly into a little box. There's no simple answer for how someone should mourn. Thankfully, Trina has a really strong support system, and she continues therapy to help her navigate her path. This story serves as a powerful reminder that we should extend grace and understanding to those mourning, rather than imposing our own expectations. Grief's path to healing is deeply personal, and when someone feels judged for their process, it can prevent them from finding healthy outlets for healing. There has to be safe space for grieving. Whether someone needs time alone, wants to share memories, or finds solace in creativity, there's no one-size-fits-all approach. Shaming someone for how they grieve can push them into isolation and make them feel like their emotions are invalid. The best thing to do is don't do it. There's no other way to put it. So how can we be better supporters? Instead of judging, we can listen. Instead of assuming, we can ask. Here are a few simple things you can say to someone grieving. "I'm here for you, however you need. Take all the time you need." And again, there's no right way to do this. Grief is different for everyone. When we offer support without judgment, we create a space where people feel safe to grieve on their own terms. Grief is already one of the hardest things someone will go through. Let's not make it harder by placing unfair expectations on how they should feel or behave. It's just not fair to the person grieving. So, when you encounter someone who's grieving, choose compassion over judgment. Remember, we can all grieve differently and still find our path to healing. Thank you for watching. If this video resonated with you, please like, comment, and subscribe. Let's keep the conversation going. What are your thoughts on grief shaming? Have you experienced it? Tell us about it in the comments below. And let's support each other on our path to healing as we accept, adapt, and actualize our new normal.